Good morning, everybody. This is my first time trying YouTube Live, and usually you don't see content like this from me. But I decided to go live because I really want to talk to you. I want to encourage you this morning. You know, I don't know what your belief is, or if you whatever your religious preference is. Really, it doesn't even matter. I just want to encourage you this morning because life is too short. Life is too short, and time is really running out. And I felt really, really moved this morning when I woke up. I felt moved to go live and encourage whoever might be listening to this message. Um, Maybe it's specifically for you. Maybe you've seen something on the internet, a link or something that said, hey, Lee is live. Lee, the magician, Lee, the guy on YouTube, the guy on the streets walking around, you know, uh, making people laugh, entertaining people, you know. But this message really is not about. It's not about me. In part, it is, but mostly, I think this is for you. I think it's for you. And like I said, this morning I woke up and I really felt moved, and I use that word very carefully, because the movement that I felt and that I feel, it comes from God. The reason I say life is short and time is running out is because what are what are you doing? Like what am I doing? What am I here for? Why am I here? Just think about that for a second and let that minister to your spirit, if you will. Why am I here? Dr. Miles Monroe said you can spend your entire life and nobody would notice you. You can go your entire life, day after day in and day out. Nobody notices you. You can live and die, and nobody still noticed you. So the message I have today, February 1st, 2019, is manifest yourself to the world. Cause what's hidden deep inside of you to come to the light today. This ain't about games. This ain't about, some big, huge, deep religious revelation or some bright spiritual awakening that's, going to cause you to change your life and to begin to, cross every T and dot every I. This isn't about that. This is about simply changing the way you think. Changing the way you think about you. You're your greatest gift. Did you hear that? You are your greatest gift to this earth, to your family, to your children, your loved ones, your friends, your acquaintances, your associates, your neighbors. You're the greatest gift to them. You're the greatest gift to yourself. You're the greatest gift to your surroundings. But you got to understand that. And you got to look deep within yourself and find a way to birth that greatness that's on the inside of you and bring it out so that your friends, your neighbors, your associates, your loved ones, your children, your surroundings, this earth can see you. You no longer have to stick to the shadows or go without. You can manifest yourself to the world and let everybody know, hey, I'm here. This is me. I know at this point you're probably like, yo, where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I live just talking about this? Well, I believe this message is for someone. I believe that this message is specifically for you. I never went live before. I never went on YouTube live. Most of the time that I am live on Facebook, but I realized something in 2019, February 1st. I realized that God has blessed me and He has empowered me to succeed. And in order for me to walk in those blessings, what I have to do is I have to understand what's inside of me. I have to understand that it's me that has the ability to do great things, wonderful things. I have to understand that it's me that has the ability to do things that I think I cannot do. I really have to understand that there is power on the inside of me that I can manifest to the world. You know, we all have habits, and those habits dictate our future. Those habits dictate our destiny, whatever they may be. You know, people that know me outside of what you see on YouTube and Facebook, people, you name it, I done been there and I done done it. But in order for one to get over those things that are causing them to become stagnated or to experience, brokenness and just hardship, depression, not saying that you're not going to experience those things, but in order to get past those things, I have to become angry with those things. I have to become frustrated with those things. Because I'm only going to allow things to happen that I allow to happen. I'm only going to continue to do the things that I don't want to do, or the things that put me in situations where it's like, man, why did I do that? Or, why did I spend this money on this? Or, why did I even ever go here? I should have never went here. I should have never did this. Things that are going to prevent me from saying, why did I do this? I have to become angry with those things that I do. I have to become very upset, genuinely frustrated with those things that I do before I do them. I have to develop an attitude of, I can't stand this, and not just saying it, but taking actions to show that I really cannot stand this. I cannot stand living this way. And whatever it may be, frustration will move me to take action against the things that I don't like in my life. And then when I get that way, when I have that attitude, God will come in and he'll begin to do things in my life to help me to remove those things out of my life. So again, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage everybody. I want to encourage you to just find out what it is that's inside of you. Find out what it is that you have to offer. Ask God to help you manifest those things and to help you operate in your gifts and your talents, your abilities. More so, your calling, what you are here. Why are you here? What are you here to do? I'm going to talk about that briefly. You know, according to the Bible, we all have the same purpose. Every last living human being has the same purpose here in life. Our purpose is the same. We are all here and we've all been created for God's pleasure. We've all been created for God's pleasure. We've all been created to do things that pleases God. So then you might say, what pleases God? Well, there's one thing that pleases God more than anything else. And it's worship. And you say, well, what's worship? How do you do that? Well, the Bible says there'll come a time when the true worshipers will worship God in spirit and in truth. But what does that mean? Well, if you think about it, God is a spirit. His word is the truth. And what God was saying was that in order for you to worship me in the way that I need to be worshiped, the way that I decreed and declared millions and billions and trillions of, you name it, years before you were even thought of, God had a plan on how he wanted to be worshiped. And he said it would be in spirit and it would be in truth. God is the spirit. His word is the truth. In fact, his word is the spirit. His spirit is his word. And he's saying in that scripture is that in order for you to worship me the way that I need to be worshiped in spirit and in truth, I first have to put some of myself inside of you. I have to put some of my spirit, some of my truth inside of you. And once I put some of my spirit and truth inside of you, then you'll begin to understand the truth about you. And that will cause you to worship me in spirit and in truth. Because you understand what's on the inside of you. You hear scriptures in the Bible like, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Scriptures like you've been fearfully and wonderfully made. Scriptures like God has a plan for you to prosper you and give you a future and a hope. What is this? What is this hope? What is this future? What is this greatness? All of this is simply the spirit, which is the word, which is inside of you. But you get nothing from just letting it sit on the inside of you. If God had this greatness and he took this greatness and he put it inside of you, when he formed the dirt and he blew himself inside there, he saw the potential of what he wanted to bring forth. See, he saw the potential of something that he wanted to bring out, but he hid it inside of your dirt, inside of your mess, inside of the things that you don't want to do. The things that keep you saying, oh, why did I do that? And why did I go here? Or why spend this money on this? He hid it inside of all of that. God knows this. Do you? Do you know the greatness that's been placed on the inside of you? Do you know that when God blew that dirt and formed it and put himself inside of there, he saw the potential of something that he wanted to bring forth? But again, he hid it. He hid it inside of your mess. He hid it inside of your dirt, inside of your problems, inside of your financial problems, inside of your conflict, your turmoil, your baby mama issues, your personal issues. He hid it all inside of your mess. Now we see the mess, and a lot of times we run from the mess. But God never intended for us to run from the mess. He intended for us to embrace the mess. Because God's going to go after our dirt. He's going to constantly go after our dirt. And he's constantly shoveling away our dirt, pulling away the dirt off of our lives. Because he's trying to make a place where he and the word is more visible than the dirt in our life. And he's trying to get us on board with him. That's what all the fancy language, justification, atonement, redemption, all those things simply mean to align or to array or to arrange in an orderly fashion, to bring back into order. God is trying to get us back into order with his original plan and purpose for our life. So every time we mess up or we do things wrong or, we drop the ball, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It just means that God is trying to show us something. And he wants us to understand that if we help in this process, of shoveling dirt away from our lives, if we help in the process of getting rid of the things that aren't in alignment with God's original plan and purpose for our lives, if we begin to remove those things and to get angry at those things that hinder or frustrate the fulfillment of his original plan and purpose in our lives, that aren't in alignment with truth, that aren't in alignment with the word, the spirit, if we begin to shovel the dirt with God, we begin to remove the dirt with God away from our lives, sooner or later, we're going to find ourselves. We're going to find out who we really are. We're going to find out some truth. And then we'll begin to manifest that truth. Because again, God didn't just put this greatness inside of you for you to keep it to yourself. God put this greatness inside of you so that you can glorify God with your gifts and that you can worship, you can serve others. And this is live. This is not nothing, like I said, I'm not using notes. I'm not, I don't have a Bible with me here. This is just straightforward. I'm just talking to you. And I'm talking to you about something that I believe will empower you to succeed and will at least get you to just look at yourself and find out what it is that you do best and do it. Because this right here, me streaming this message to you, is something that I do best. And I realize that. I've been realized that. But it's something that God has given me. And today, this morning, on February 1st, 2019, I woke up and God said, manifest your gifts. He said, take that word that I've placed on the inside of you and bring it to the light, bring it forward. A lot of you that know me and that have had conversations with me, shared with me on many occasions, hey man, you have a gift. God has gifted you with the ability to make a connection with people. He's gifted you with an ability to show forth principles and things of the kingdom of God in such a simple way where people can relate. Told me, hey, you should be teaching, or you should be, preaching or evangelizing, and all my life, not, I mean, people have told me this, and I would take that and say, okay, but then I would go do something that frustrates that purpose, or something that makes me say, why did I do this, or why did I spend this money on this, or why did I ever go here, you know? But like I said, it's today, this morning, I just woke up, this was on my mind, so I decided to just go live and just manifest my gift. I don't know who's listening, I don't know who's watching this video, but I do know this: there's a time and a season for everything. And maybe you just happen to see a link that, Lee Street Magic, or Lee, whatever. I don't even know what my name is on YouTube, honestly, because I've switched it so many times. Maybe you've seen that, I was live and you just clicked into this, and now you're here and you're listening and you're tuned in, and there's a reason for you. There's a reason that you were on the phone or the internet, the computer somewhere, and you just happened to land here with this message, with Lee, of all people, right? About myself. I have 5 children, minus one. One of my sons died. Uh, and I'm a divorced father of 4 now. Uh, Honestly, I've had just as much of the ups and the how in the world do you